All right, everyone, we have 1 minute before round 2 starts. All right, the countdown is upon us, everyone. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, paint.
All right. Hello from New Orleans. We are here with Art Battle. This is the second round. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties with our camera during the first round, and we weren't able to show you what was going on. But here we are at the beginning of round number 2. It's really exciting. I did see the art from the first round. Really awesome. So much talent in New Orleans. It is our pleasure to be here. This is our third event in New Orleans, and we are extremely happy to be part of the community here. We're getting a lot of artist interest and a lot of audience interest, and it is turning out to be a really great city for art battle. So here we are going into the second round. It is difficult to see the name tags of the painters, but here we are with Sarah. And Sarah has got some pretty good coverage on her canvas for the early stages of the round here. And we're looking at maybe this is going to be flowers. Maybe this is an abstract piece. It is hard to tell. One of the great things about art battle is you get to see so many different approaches to completing painting in just 20 minutes. These artists they've all got different methods and ways of getting their painting done. Some do the background first, some do the background last, some just paint off the top of their heads, and the ones who are pretty successful usually practice. So it is always very interesting to see their approaches. Here we are with the painter. Hard to see her name here. I can't tell who we're with, but I will go over the list of our second round painters so we know who we are watching here tonight. In the second round, we have Rachel Schwemmen, Walter Falk, Ramiro Diaz, Angel Perdomo, Sarah Harden, and a wild card at easel number 6. The wild card is when we pick from audience members who have put their name in to get a chance to paint, and we pick at random a name from the hat, and they join our pre-selected painters at the easel. It is always very exciting. Nerves are running very high, of course. No small feat to be suddenly, spontaneously put in front of a canvas with 20 minutes and an audience watching you. But we always see really great performances come out of the wild card, and we meet a lot of really awesome people that way. So it is an excellent part of art battle, a way to sort of get the audience really involved, more than involved, make them part of the show. We're watching here. This painter is going in here with a got a very light colored background and is not going too heavy. Very light colors here. Hard to tell what she's working on exactly, but we will see. Here we are with, well, I'm not sure. This could be Walta. It could be Ramiro. Um, and you can see they've used a tape here. That is a method that we do see in art battle quite often, is the use of tape, often to create a sort of a frame, which is what we've got going on here. And you know, it always provides a little bit of contrast and is a technique that a lot of artists use in their studio as well. Now here we are with Ramiro Diaz. Here we are with Ramiro, and we can see that they are starting with a pure sketch. We have an elephant riding a motorcycle, which is pretty whimsical, actually. And they're going to get in here with the paint after, I'm just guessing, but we're going to get in here and fill this in. But they're starting off with a marker and drawing out their composition, which is another very common art battle technique, and also true through the studio work. A lot of painters do start with a sketch, especially when creating a scene or a full figure. A sketch is sort of par for the course, a way to get the idea down there and then fill it in. Of course, we do see a lot of painters going without a sketch. Painters are allowed to use reference material at the easel. They do have to print it off. It has to be on paper. You're not allowed to look at an image on your phone or a tablet. You have to have it printed off on paper. But a lot of artists do use a reference. A lot of artists do not. It used to be that it was not allowed to use a reference, but we changed the rules in 2019 approximately to just with our goal of getting better art, getting the best art possible. So we allow the artists to bring their own materials, their own paints. Of course, brushes are standard, but artists can bring their own paints, any other medium that they want. Also, Art Battle provides acrylic paint. So we do have everything there that you need to complete a painting, but you are welcome and also encouraged to bring your own mediums. We want you to be able to do the best art that you can. We've constrained the time, so we want to keep the other limitations loose. There is no theme to Art Battle. The artists are allowed to paint whatever they want. The reason we do it this way is, again, we want the artists to create the best work that they can, and also we want them to be able to express their true selves. And so there is a rare occasion where we do have a theme, but generally we have no theme, which is good because we've got over 100 events a year, 3 rounds an event. That's 300 themes that we'd have to come up with. These are looking like humpback whales. I think we've got a sort of a stylized, it's almost like a cave wall painting, you know. This is almost like something you'd see on a cave wall. I wonder if that's the idea here. but we have these paintings of humpbacks. That is, we've seen some humpback paintings before, but wildlife is one of the common subject matters that artists like to undertake, and we get no shortage of that here at Art Battle. See a lot of animals, fun animals, and these ones here are looking pretty good. We are with just get the camera up. Walter, here's Walter, and he has taped off his canvas, as we saw when we came around before. Now he has released the tape from the horizontal tape across the bottom, and now he is covering his canvas with a material of some sort. I don't know if that's wood shavings, maybe. Could be wood shavings in there. Hard to tell. But using the paint as an adhesive here to get a very interesting texture on this piece. Back with the elephant on the motorcycle, and this is Ramiro, I believe, Ramiro Diaz. We can see now watering down his paint a little. He's carefully going in and filling in. Now he's got a small brush filling in the eye details of the elephant, and we've seen some filling in of the tones of the body. An interesting piece. I'm not going to lie. I'd like to see a little color in here. I think that that would make it pop a little, but we've got some time left, so we will see what Ramiro is able to do or chooses to do with the time left. Of course, all of these artists are competing for the audience vote, and that includes all you guys watching here on the live stream. You can vote by going to artbattle.com/AB2589. It's right on the screen here under the Art Battle logo. artbattle.com/AB2589. That is the page for this event here in New Orleans. You can register to vote. You fill in your information. You will receive a text message with a link, send you to the voting page. You can vote, and you can also bid to take these paintings home in the silent auction. It's one of the great things about Art Battle is all of these paintings are going to new homes as audience members, in person and online, bid and take these paintings home. It is a great way to start or continue an art collection. These the bid prices start at a very affordable level. So if you're looking to add some original art to your life, I would suggest that bidding at Art Battle is a great way to do it. This piece is looking really great. I was getting a feeling for flowers when the initial diamond shapes were going in. I was thinking that what we were setting up to see some flowers here, and indeed what we're seeing is what now looks like maybe flowers on a fence. It could be a fence. Anyways, a really nice composition, very interesting. This one here is pretty busy. It's difficult to work wet on wet. A lot of the paints combine and create colors that the artist is not necessarily intending, so it is very difficult. But I think what we're seeing here is the center of this painting is turning into an eyeball. Yeah, that is what we're seeing now. You know, we do see some paintings of body parts at Art Battle. An eyeball is a fairly common painting. We do see quite a few painters painting an eyeball. This one may be a little bit messy to get through the voting into the final round. Uh, so very interesting paint swirling and mixing. I'm not sure. Maybe that is our wildcard painter. We're back with the humpbacks, and the artist is just working on some interesting background details. This is a really fantastical piece. Humpbacks seem to be floating in the air. Those are clouds with lamps on the clouds. So, a very imaginative composition. I wonder if it's something from her dreams. And she is just working out some.
We've got 5 more minutes to go, but keep in mind, everyone, silent auction's going all night long.
And we are hearing right now from the announcer, from the Master of Ceremonies, that there is 5 minutes remaining in this round of Art Battle. And this is Walta here. Walta, the tape on the right-hand side of Walta's canvas seems to have slipped a little bit by the bottom. I hope that was intentional. Really interesting use of a painterly approach here. They're using the thick over the thin, and really bringing some structure into this piece right now. Those black line horizontal bars, it's kind of reminiscent of a barcode. I don't know if that's how it's being intended, but could be. Here we are back with the elephant on the bicycle. Nice whimsical piece here. And I don't think that we are going to see anything other than monochrome on this piece. It looks like that is the artist's choice, and it is working. The detail is being really subtly put into the figure here, and now we're seeing a little bit of a little addition of a little bit of flair with a pen, maybe a pen or a marker. Got about 3.5 minutes left, I'd say. This piece is pretty much complete. I don't think we're going to get a surprise ending here, which we do see with some of the painters. That last minute can be really tricky. It is difficult to paint right till the end and not do too much. We see a lot of artists with nearly complete paintings between 15 and 18 minutes, and using all the time they have right through the 20s, sometimes at the end, in the adrenaline of the moment, adding something in that perhaps didn't need to go there. We do see that happen. Reasonably often. It can be a challenge, of course. With experience, it becomes easier to do a perfect piece in 20 minutes. We have 2 minutes left now. We are just coming through here. It is time to consider who you are going to vote for. These pieces will all be displayed photographs on the voting page. You will be able to choose from these paintings, and you can only choose one. Yeah, one. But even though you only have one vote, two of these artists will go through to the third and final round tonight. Wonder who it's going to be. We weren't here for the first round, but two artists from the first round will go through to the third and final round. I think we will get another tour of the first round paintings during the break here. We're going to be on a probably about a 10-15 minute break between the second round and the third and final round. There are 6 painters in each of the first 2 rounds. The final round will have 4, as we have the top 2 from the first round and the top 2 from the second round. And the final round will also be 20 minutes. And at the end of the final round, the person with the most votes will be the Art Battle champion and move on to the city finals, which will be held in February or March.
Can we get a countdown? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, brushes down, brushes down. That is the end of round 2. So please vote for your favorite of the round. And the next 5-10 minutes or so, we will know which 2 artists in round 1 and which 2 artists in round 2 will advance to our final round. So please vote for your favorite. We'll move the paintings over to the display easels. And again, feel free to begin your bidding on the auction, everybody. Everything's up for grabs.
All right, there we have it. That is the end of the second round, and we have been reminded that all of these paintings are for auction. This painting we just saw really turned out nice. I was not expecting that, but it is a really mature and developed composition. The elephant on a motorcycle is a really whimsical piece, very cute, nicely done. Here we have a gauntlet, a hand in a large gauntlet, which is a big glove, holding up a twisted sword. Interesting piece. We have a sort of an abstract flower composition. Nice colors. Maybe just a little bit muddy in parts, but nicely done. This, I thought it was going to be an eye, but I don't think this turned out to be an eye. Still a pretty colorful piece, really nice. That's going to look good in someone's kitchen. And we are moving the paintings over to the auction table. So get your votes in there now. If you have not voted or just joining us, you can vote. Register to vote at artbattle.com/AB2589. It's right there underneath the Art Battle logo on the screen. And you will be able to vote now. We are going to take a break for about 10 minutes. We're going to come back and find out who our final 4 painters are. And then we're going to get right into the third and final round. So come on back and join us. We're just having a little tour of the venue here. We are at Sony Mash Beer in New Orleans, and we are really happy to be here. A really cool space, and it's working out really well. So these paintings have been moved over to the auction block. They're up for silent auction. We're going to reset here and get the final 4 up as soon as the votes all come in. So cast your vote now and stick around. We're going to be doing the final round in about 10-15 minutes. Thanks.
was out.
You're the birds, right? Good. It looks good. It felt so much faster, man. Right. The time flew. I feel like mine looks more like a Mine is down on the bottom. Yeah. I'm actually right next to it. Do it. No, I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm good.
Make sure to get those votes in just a couple more minutes before we announce who moves on to round 3.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, how's he not in anybody's way? You know?
Alright, just want to make a few announcements. So we'll say artists that were in that last round. If you do have any of your own personal brushes left at those tables, please clear them away. Otherwise, we're cleaning that up. We're going to go over who's making the final round, but first, can we just get a round of applause for everybody that represented so far? Yeah, thanks to all artists for coming out. Thanks to guys for having us. This is our third art battle so far. And so the next one's going to be October 6th. We're first Friday of the month through the end of the year, as long as things keep going well. So you'll notice QR codes all around. Basically, if you scan those, you can get early half-price tickets to our next event tonight. But otherwise, I've got 4 names to announce to see who's making it to our final round. So, our winners from round 1 are Taylor Chartrand. Our second winner of round 1 was also then Pepe Ari Martin. Advancing to round 3. And then from round 2, those that advance are Ramiro Diaz. And then also from round 2, Walter Folk. Alright, so we'll clear those spaces, but artists, if you need to build some palettes, now's a great time to do that. And then we will get started in about 10 minutes. So please, we'll bring out the canvases, get you set up. At 9:30, the final round begins. Woo!
How's it going? It's hard to, yeah. Cut it here.
A few more minutes before our final round begins, so artists, please make sure you are prepared and ready to paint. Otherwise, everyone else, use the restroom, grab a drink.
Good luck, Dave, man.
Get up some artwork. You know what to do. minute until we begin our final round. So come on back, everybody. Alright, we've made it to that final round. So before we kick this off, just going to do one more introduction to our artists that made it to our final round. So, on canvas number 1, we have Taylor Chartrand. Yeah, give it up for Taylor. For number 2, we got Pepe Ari Martin. And then on canvas number 3, we've got Ramiro Diaz. And then on canvas number 4, we got Walter Folk. Alright, that said, we're gonna have a countdown. So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, paint.
All right, we are underway in the final round of Art Battle New Orleans, September 1st, 2023. Here we go. We have 4 painters here in the final round. 2 of them are winners from round 1, and 2 of them are winners from round 2. From round number 1, we have, at easel number 1, we have Taylor Chartrand. And at easel number 2 from round 1 is Pepe Ari Martin. So from round 1 we have Taylor and Pepe. And from round 2 we have Ramiro Diaz and Walter Bach. So right now we are looking at, I'm going to have to see the nameplate before I can tell you who we're looking at exactly, sorry. But we are watching Taylor, Arai, Ramiro, and Walter here in the final. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they paint compared to their first paintings. Do they do something similar? Do we see the same style? Do we see them mix it up? You know, I'll tell you from an audience perspective, the artists who show 2 different styles over 2 paintings and master both styles often do get the audience vote as they are impressed with the versatility of the artist along with their skill. So, you know, we find that the audiences are really serious about the art, and we love it that way, and the artists are too. So here we are, round 3, the final round in Art Battle New Orleans. And so we are looking at Pepe Ari Martin there. It's got sort of a interesting piece going on, a little maybe comic booky. I see. This is a very similar piece to the second round. This is Ramiro, and Ramiro painted really took his time on a simple composition with an elephant riding a bicycle. In the second round, put the shape in early and then just gently shaded it into being a real thing over the course of 20 minutes. It was really nice to watch. Uh, a similar sort of composition here in the final round. Maybe an animal riding something, wearing a hat. His animals are always wearing hats. Maybe that's one of his signatures. I believe that's text on there. So interesting. All the artists take such different approaches to their paintings. The beginning part is one of the favorite parts for me, as you see they immediately go from nothing into the beginning of an idea. I love that part. Yeah, we have some text going on in the canvas here, so it'll be interesting to see if he continues with the marker the whole time, or brings a painting element into there. This is Taylor Chartrand, and Taylor painted that really nice figure, a statue figure in an outdoor space in her first round painting. And here we go again with an outdoor theme, sort of the same color palette as she used for her first painting. That's right. Thank you very much for showing us the nameplate. This is indeed Taylor Chartrand from the first round, and interesting to see her paint again and see if she brings a figure into that or not. Here we are with. All right, we are hearing that there is 15 minutes left on the clock, and we are here with Pepe Rai Martin, and sort of a graphic illustrative piece here. A cool sign, which I can't exactly read. I think the cameraman is trying to get in there so we can read it. No parking anytime.
Keep in mind, the silent auction
In front of a house there. This piece is going to be really cool. I can tell that he's building it in just the right way to make that cool sort of comic booky graphic novel illustrative piece. We're going to enjoy that. Here we are with Ramiro. Again, the delicate shading in the monochrome up in the base area of this sort of a bird creature thing. Just so subtle and nice. And, we're seeing Ramiro use multiple techniques here for his painting. The drawing, of course, with a very thin-tipped marker pen, and then the brushwork over top of that. The combination of the thin, sharp lines and the sort of vague, watery shading is it's very striking. That piece is coming together really nicely, and Ramiro is doing an awesome job. Walter, remember, in the last round, brought in some other elements to his painting. He brought in what looked like some wood shavings, sort of sawdusty stuff that he mixed in with his paint, and then some little. He during the round cut out little paper birds and stuck them all to it too, on top of a very well proportioned sort of graphic abstract portraiture signage background. It was a really striking piece, and here we're seeing something totally different in the final round. So, going to be really interesting to see what he comes up with. You know, there's going to be a surprise or two in there. Back around to Taylor. Oh, yeah. We thought she was done with the tree, but she's only getting started. He really knows how to build a piece, and this is definitely the palette that she feels the most comfortable in expressing the way that she wants to paint. So, really fun to watch her here, Taylor, in her element. How many different brushes do you think Taylor will use during over the course of this painting? 5, 6, something around there. That's what we usually see. Painters use somewhere around 5, 6 brushes. Sometimes just one, though. Oh yeah, I was thinking brown house and blue sky, but we have a purple house, and we've yet to see what's going into the background. But blue sky would be super popping. All right, we will come back around.
Minutes remain in the final round, everybody. Who will be today's champion?
All right, we heard from our MC there. 10 minutes remaining, 10 minutes gone, and 10 minutes left here in the final round. And I gotta say, I am really impressed with all of these painters. And Art Battle New Orleans is certainly seeing so much talent coming out. This is only our third event, so we're hoping to reach more artists and audiences. So please, if you're watching, help us spread the word. It's going to be going on monthly here in NOLA, and it is going to be featuring some of the best emerging artists in town, and we hope to see even more coming out. So do help us spread the word. This piece is stunning. I'm just kind of letting it speak for itself because there's not much I can say other than have a look at this beauty. This is sort of a tribute piece now from Walta. An interesting method to completing these letters here. He sketched them all out, and then he's putting in the negative space rather than the positive space. Interesting. That's one of the great things about Art Battle. You get to see so many newly invented techniques. All these artists are, working their whole lives, creating what they imagine that they want to see, and coming up with new techniques and new ideas. And it's really cool to get to see that. And Taylor has been busy in the greens since we were here at her easel on the last turn around. She added in a lot of really light greens at the top. And is she going back into her background now? Yeah.
The last, like,
All right, we have 5 minutes remaining in our final round, everybody. 2 minutes remain. 2 more minutes to go. One minute remains. Alright, the countdown will begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down, everybody. Brushes down. That is the end of round 3. So, give our final round artists a round of applause. Alright, let the voting begin to see who will be crowned tonight's Art Battle New Orleans champion. So, at this point, it'll be about, I'll say 10-15 minutes or so before we have all the results in to know who is the winner. But keep in mind, everything you see that was made, all these pieces of art, they're up for auction. So, welcome to bid as well as vote. Or otherwise, you know, grab a drink, tip those bartenders. Thank you so much, Tony Nash, for hosting Art Battle. But otherwise, I'll be back to announce the champion.
Honestly, I do miss my sexy dad. I'm telling you.
good, but the guy next to him is not bad either.
Yeah, I like that one.
Those two are that's tough right there. That's very tough.
One thing is something I forget is when I took that piece of paper out.
A lot of people say that they were together.
I was looking at that. I kind of looked at that.
Yeah. I like that one too. I wasn't expecting that. So this is the finals right here.
Still have some funds that are rolling in. Imagine that. But the winner will be announced shortly. But keep in mind, auction is still open.
follow you, but my
Alright, just a quick update on the auction. Rounds 1 and 2 will close in exactly 4 minutes. Round 3 closes in 9 minutes, so that's the time remaining to place your bids, win that piece of artwork. Otherwise, I'll announce that winner shortly. Otherwise, the
There was a
auction
guarantee?
closed in moments. So,
I'm pretty sure.
if you had anything that you were competing for, check those bids. We'll start to wrap things up, close the auction out, and send you all home with some artwork. So thanks for coming out. Keep in mind, thank you very much. There are codes on your way out for half price tickets for our next event right here at Zoning Mash. Same time, Friday, October 6th.
All right, so there we have it. The winner is announced. Ramiro Diaz, with just an absolutely gorgeous, so well detailed and balanced. It's got graphic qualities. It's got painting qualities. It's got an outline. I mean, a frame around the outside that is almost childishly put in, but is disappears. The figure just fades the frame out to be sort of out of focus, and in that way, it works perfectly. So, a real stunning piece. Doing very well at the auction. Get in there and get your bids on. We will ship it to you, but someone is going to be very happy taking this piece home tonight. And congratulations to Ramiro and to all 12 of our artists who did such a great job tonight. Thank you very much for joining us, watching Art Battle. We will be back with another event shortly. And by shortly, I don't mean tonight, in a few days. Thank you very much, everyone. Good night from Art Battle.